Welcome back to Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. My name is HoneStephen. Thanks for joining me. Last episode, we were introduced to Senua and her purpose for her journey. We learned about her curse regarding the darkness and started pursuing one of the two gods needed to unlock the door to Helheim. I don't remember his name. It's Surt, I believe. As you can see, there's a fire theme to this area and this god, whereas illusions and trickery are the theme for the other god. The fact that these guys just come out of nowhere is really hard to prepare for. I still don't fully understand how combat works, because sometimes it seems like you can't kill a person without doing a heavy attack, and other times it seems like you can. I know that the dodging plays a part, the parrying plays a part. I will say that since I have personally experienced the other passage all the way up to the boss, and I'm experiencing this passage.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel, and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
But yeah, now that I've played both paths a little bit, I'm a bit disappointed that the enemies are exactly the same everywhere. You just fight these warriors and these oh man, is this the way I came? Dang it. You fight these warriors with skulls and shadowiness, and it's just the one type of enemy for the first couple hours at least. The boss gods are clearly different. So there's at least that. And mind you, I've seen only maybe like a quarter of the game. And I respect that this is a budget title. Even so, it's just kinda, when you're dealing with combat, you want to kind of have it mixed up a little bit.
Hell will not give you the answers you want, but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer, because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Very interesting from a story perspective that this place is supposed to be the worst things that a human can encounter, and everything is crutched around the idea of being broken and dealing with mental psychosis and loss, but you supposedly can only get through this if you face it. But by facing it, you're exposing yourself to even worse corruption and instability. Very curious talking point, at least.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
I'm playing this on a standard PS4. Had somebody earlier having a conversation about how it runs on the Pro. Just figured it was worth pointing out.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
The one advantage to having the Pro in my case would be better recordings, but I don't think it's worth it. I have a 4K TV, but still, there's so few games that genuinely support the output that I don't feel like it's worth investing in. Not now, anyway.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember.
Oh, the game has since been patched
She won't. She won't be able to.
between today and my last recording. And the patch notes, changelog, whatever, have stated that bugs were fixed and stuff, so I don't think I'll have to worry about the game-breaking bug anymore.
Is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Again, these runic pillars are just flavor text to expand upon the world. Not important, but I am going to attempt to read or listen to all of them as I come across them. Okay, can't climb up that. Feels really good to be back into recording again. I don't see much response yet to know for certainty that people are getting entertainment out of my content, but even so, it's something I do find pride in.
I searched for meaning in their suffering.
Knowing that I am taking the time to put my thoughts and opinions out there to help other people come to conclusions and to, you know, keep things from being too much for people from an entertainment perspective. I know personally, YouTube is my TV. It's what I watch 95% of the time. It keeps me from being too bummed out about a rough work day or too overwhelmed by things going on around me in the world and everything, because I follow a lot of people that have a comedic presentation or just general informative presentation. I hope to be that for you guys in the long term.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Find the
Okay,
the path
so
of
they're going to
service.
prompt the same message every time. Unlike the illusion area, I don't need to check them to trigger the doors.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Okay, it looked like it was indicating something, but it just is random embers. Sorry for constantly clearing my throat. I am trying to do it away from the microphone. I drink a lot of water throughout my day, and you would think it would alleviate that a bit, but it doesn't.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Okay, so, like I thought, when you're near... Huh. Ah, that is why those embers brought my attention to them. I would not have noticed that on my own. Which sucks, because like I said, I noticed it, but immediately brushed it off as being nothing. Alright, so... that was embers on the ground, maybe... It's gonna be something to do with that, okay. Do it right here. Found you. And that unlocks the door, so I can proceed forward. I've been reading a lot that some people believe this game isn't difficult at all. Which is interesting to me because before I played the game, I had been reading a lot from publications that reviewers and stuff were finding it unbearably difficult. and that people were running into the save file deletion a lot.
She's going to die. She's... Run now! You have to run now, please. Run now, run now, run now.
Okay, don't run through fire. I thought that was the case, but you test it, and now you know. And that was a confirmed death, so we're gonna see the corruption spread a bit. That's appreciated, because I've had a couple fights in my first playthrough. Come on. Where I thought I died, but I didn't really know if I died. Okay, let's take our time. Go that way. Great fire effects. Okay, this confirms to me that you absolutely can fall off narrow walkways. Oh, great. Okay, so I really regret not going after the illusion guy now, because when I went after the illusion guy, I don't know exactly when, but I got the focus ability that let me take on harder. Let me stop time. I haven't gotten that yet. And I wonder if it's tied specifically to that one boss.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
Have the courage to shed your tears. I agree with that very much so. Too many people think strength is hiding sadness. In truth, strength, in my opinion, is being able to accept and embrace that sadness. Because if you ignore it, there's no way for you to ever grow from it, learn from it, and fix it.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. A Maybe they were right. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Weird choice to not have the subtitles perfectly mirror what's being said, especially when it's very clearly stated.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
It's good to know that I don't have to sit and stare at those runes. Nothing really indicated one way or the other, and I didn't want a chance interrupting the dialogue. I don't know if she can climb up anything. I can't remember if I actually encountered that or not. Not seeing it. It's clearly over there, though. In here? Ah. From inside, outside, okay. One more. Considering this is a dead end, I would assume that I have to walk to the end of this. Is it this? I know I'm overlooking it. feel like that flag has something to do with it, but the fact that it moves makes me think otherwise. Huh. Okay, so where? Okay, this is definitely where I need to be standing. Something with this pole? Gosh, I hate overlooking things like this, man. It just kills everything. Alright, well, I'm right that I have to be standing here. Because this is where it triggers the identification. See, if I walk over here, it goes away. So it's clearly over here. There's got to be something with this, man. That... Ooh, that was rough. Thank goodness. I was getting really concerned there. Hooray! We did it!
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Cert and escape my darkness, then so can you. Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! Run! Run!
Run through the fire. Through the fire. Go, go, go.
Don't. She's dying.
It's empty. It's empty.
Oh no, I think I triggered the boss fight. I didn't mean to trigger the boss fight. I didn't know that's where this was going.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it. Come on.
Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. Friggin' crap. Ah.
Closer. Take his mark, and I will cheer you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
That's a pretty cool looking dude.
Destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now.
Okay, so once you encounter your first boss is when you get the actual focus ability. I like this music, it's very fitting.
The blind shield.
It's interesting that not only does the focus ability slow time, but it also kind of repels enemies. Ooh, that went very smoothly. Alright. Well, I mean, I wasn't planning to fight him, but considering how smooth it went, even though it interrupted my clip,
One. A greater battle takes its place.
I guess I'll make it work.
But so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end,
Super Best Friends
we all fall.
on YouTube played this, and I think Pat mentioned that
Gods
the
have their time.
distortion on Druth's character
Yet we still go on.
dirties up the image just enough that he looks almost photorealistic, and I kind of agree with him. It's creepy a little bit.
Free. Knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. The truth.
Okay, so I guess I just go back the way I came. Once I see the save logo, I'm gonna stop for today.
Druth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
It's interesting that they designed it so that you have to walk back through the path you journeyed to continue on to the new path.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again.
Interesting. The subtitle specifically states 3 times. Does that mean I've died 3 times in his playthrough? Or 3 times fully? Or... Huh. It's interesting. That's worth noting. Stop. Alright, we got new enemies. That's refreshing. Really don't like that they're cheating you out of blows, man, by making you... They just... Like, that's fine. It's like, okay, here we go. But this whole just right into a strike ability, man, I'm getting tired of it. Focus ability is so helpful. One, it's really nice when it triggers. I don't know if it's the kind of thing where... Come on. I don't know if it's the kind of thing where once you trigger it, if you get hit or something, it's just, well, you wasted the charge. It's not super clear. Swings so slow, it's hard to parry. Come on. Shield wasn't up. Come on, you're starting to get unfair. Man, did I read you?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say Valrav.
Okay, so you can interrupt the text.
Ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts.
All right, well,
their remains.
I know that it's going to save after I go through this door. So, I apologize for the long video. I apologize for the interrupt in the middle there towards the second half. But anyway, like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. Leave a comment giving me your feedback. As always, I appreciate any form of criticism whatsoever, as I'm trying to grow and do better for you guys exclusively. Subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my videos. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you'd like. And for the time being, I'm going to continue doing my best to bring you one of the most honest opinions you can find online, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.